20 stars from 13 stars. Good evening, everybody. If you're here at this time, it's because you've been reading The Chalkman. This intriguing novel from C.J. Tudor. Are you enjoying it? I'm enjoying it. And let's have our second discussion now. Well. As it happened in our first discussion, this discussion is going to be shared into the happenings of 2016 and the happenings that occurred back then in the past in 1986. 1986. Let's start with 2016. Well, do you remember that last discussion? Our narrator, Eddie Monster, that now is an English teacher, went to the Bulls, okay, the pub that is ran by Fat Gav, that's his wheelchair, due to an accident that we're gonna figure out what happened today. Well, he's there, and out of the blue, Fat Gav ask him not, punches him, knocks him down, and afterwards asks, how long did you know? How long did you know? And now we know the matter of the question. Metal Mickey is back to the town like 30 years afterwards, and there is a reason that explains why Gavin hates Metal Mickey so bad. Well, back then, when they were teenagers, they were in a party, okay, the four of them, only the boys, not Nikki. They were in a party. Hopel was dating this girl, and Metal Mickey, oops, dated the same girl. There was an argument, okay, there was a mess. Fat Gav was drunk. Metal Mickey was in fact like ordered to drive him home. He had only drank Coke, so he said, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." He drove him home. However, they never reached Fat Gav home because the car crashed into a tree, and Fat Gav was seriously injured in his spine and he became a wheelchair. That's why he hates Metal Mickey so bad, because he blames Mickey for the accidents, okay? They never spoke again, and now Mickey is back to the town. In fact, he got in contact only with Eddie, okay? Not Eddie Monster, but now the teacher, the respected and bachelor teacher Eddie, and said that he had some plans about a project and he would like to talk to him. Eddie didn't tell anything to Hopel and Gavin. They figured out because Hopel saw him on Main Street and asked him, "What the hell are you doing here, man?" And he said, "Oh, I'm here to talk to Eddie." And that's why he was poof, knocked out. Okay, well, there are no happenings, okay, in this 2016 chapter. The next one was the letter that Eddie Monster had received from somebody. There is no words in the letter, only a drawing that I'm going to reproduce now for you, and you are going to see all my talents of drawing, okay? Pretend this is a plain sheet of paper, okay? And this is a crayon, and there is a chalk. Man drew like this, exactly as in the letter that Eddie Monster received. However, there is a rope around the neck, and it's tied, and it's hang. This is the content of the letter that he received from a ex person, because it's not signed, okay? There is a mistake in the letter according to Eddie, because it was not a chalk man real, but a crayon man. However, there is a piece of chalk inside the envelope. OMG, you are going to understand what I'm going to talk about, what I'm talking about right now, because we are going to travel back to 1986 when Eddie Monster was riding his bike in the park and he saw Mr. Holloran. Mr. Holloran was drawing some things in his sketchbook, and obviously it was after the accident with the Walter girl. and he said hi, and Mr. Holloran asked him to come and to check it out if you want to see what he was drawing. The drawings were amazing, so amazing that Eddie Monster asked if he would be his arts teacher, and he said, "No, I'm gonna be your English teacher." And whoa, what a coincidence! Because Eddie favorite subject at school was English. So probably they're gonna be together. However, he showed some drawings and drawings and drawings. In the last one, he closed the sketchbook. He didn't show the last one. However, I was a little bit suspected that the last one was the Walter girl because there was only one-eyed girl. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's not important because, but I'm a very attentive reader. That's why I'm speculating about it. Well, still in 1986, what do we have more important in these chapters until page 64? A chase. We got to know Metal Mickey's brother. There is a piece of shit. Okay, his name is Sean. They were there. The five of them were there, plus Mickey. Okay, they were in the woods, like playing a little bit, building a dam. And he arrived there with two backguards of him. And he said, "What are you doing here in my woods?" And the three of them, started chasing the five of them, and it was a real chase. Okay, they would like to kill themselves. The five of them, I mean, Gavin, Hopo, Eddie, Nick, and Metal Mickey, they got rid of the three assassins. Okay, and they were okay with this. However, in the conversation between Metal Mickey and Mr. Holloran, Mr. Holloran explained Eddie Monster that the choke that he had given to Fat Gavin, they could have some use. For example, secret codes among friends. They could draw things in the sidewalks, on the pavements of their houses, and some codes with secrets that only the friends could understand. Okay, and maybe the cover of our book, that is Chalkman, has a beginning now, because at the end of the persecution that Sean did with our five main characters, Eddie Munster had an idea about a new beginning, and I understood that he was talking about the chalk idea that Mr. Holloran had given him. Scenes from the next chapter that's going to be next week, guys. I wish you all a happy evening. Keep reading with us. 20, around 25 more pages. See you next week, my stars.